might be heading towards the end of Women's Month, but we are still celebrating all things our queens and, of course, the men that make us look so darn good. SCALO is a South African fashion brand that represents quality and style since 2009. Founded in Johannesburg, of course, is Soweto-born Sello, and he joins us today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm loving your designs, seeing your fashion behind you. I just want to touch it, feel it, but more than ever, I want to wear some of those garments. So let's start from the beginning of your journey. From sketching in primary school to being the go-to fashion designer for all of Mzansi's top A-listers. Now tell us about your journey, how it all unfolded.
Okay, it all started, yes, in primary. I actually saw this amazing sketch in a magazine. I think it was Elle magazine. From then, I knew this was for me. And then I started sketching a lot. And I would actually go to a lot of book shops just to look at the magazines like Vogue, because I couldn't afford to buy it at that time because I was still young. And then I went to high school and I actually interned with a well-known designer, Palisa Mokung. And then from there, I went straight into my fashion school where I got my bursary to study for the whole year. And I was the best student in my first year, actually. But I also applied at the London International School of Fashion, where they gave me a half bursary. And so my mother couldn't afford to pay for that. So I'm just glad that I got to study and get all this experience. From there, I was selected to come showcase at Joburg Fashion Week. That was great because from there, that's when the journey really started. I got to meet up with a lot of magazine editors, which were very interested in my garments. And I met a lot of stylists as well. That's where the whole A-list celebrities came in, dressing them, being interested in my work.
It's so interesting for me to see that from such a young age, you already knew what you were destined for and what you were passionate about. And of course, we're seeing again here how your network is, can show your net worth, essentially, that you are as valuable as the people you surround yourselves by. And now we're proud to say that your designs are glamorous, they're playful, but also eloquent. Now, I can also see lots of hard work, sweat, and tears have gone into each and every design. So why did you choose to go into the ball gowns as opposed to creating everyday fashion?
Okay, for me personally, as a designer or as a creative, I am more inspirational designer. I get inspired a lot. My clothes are more investment craft. I like investing in spending more time creating texture, creating textile as well. So that's where I went into that. And I like sculpturing things as well in terms of patterns. So it has to fit the body properly because throughout the years, I had to learn to study the female body or the body on its own so that every garment of mine fits properly and it's just an investment craft that you like to own in your closet.
It's so powerful, the fact that you're calling your own work an investment, because that is certainly what it is. I've seen you dressing the likes of Abonom Zamo, DJ Zinhle, and I see the way that you've definitely taken into consideration the form, the shape, and of course, glorifying the female figure. You know, Sello, talking about the powerful woman, we can't not talk about how you've designed clothing for the ever first African Barbie. Now, please dish on the details on that. But more importantly, what does this mean for you as we're celebrating Women's Month on the show? And of course, we're about to end off Women's Month as a man seeing the gender-based violence, but not only that, wanting to glorify our females. What message do you have for the Mzansi's women?
Okay, first of all, the Barbie was a big, huge achievement for me because, you know, Barbie is international. It's big. So when Lira called me and she said to me, listen, I've been called, this is what they want us to do. So for me, designing the first ever African Barbie outfit is quite big. In terms of Women's Month, it actually should be Women's Year or Women's everything because me personally being raised by a single mother, she had to become a mother and a father which is a strong person on its own. Women are very strong people. They're very dedicated. They're very, they work very hard to get what they want, and they're very strong as well. So for this Women Month, I would really like to say to the women of the world, actually, stay strong, be positive, keep your head up high, and always remember that you are loved and appreciated.
Wow. Said so beautifully is fashion designer Sello, of course, the founder of SCALO fashion label in South Africa, showing us that if we support La Mzansi, support local businesses and creatives like himself, we will all benefit, of course, celebrating the female form as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Sello.
Thank you for having me.
South Africa, please do head over to our social media platforms. Use that hashtag Afternoon Express and let us know, are you feeling our Fashion Express Thursday?